Hello, welcome back. So today let's solve Leetcode problem making file names unique. Okay, the problem is we have an array of strings that stand for the file names, and then we will need to add a suffix addition to each name has with the form of k, where k is smallest positive integer, right? It means we need to add for this suffix to make sure that the file names becomes unique, right? So for example, we have four files, uh, past FIFA, GTA, and past 2019. So okay, so as we already see as we already seen here, there is no duplicate file names, so we don't need to add any additional suffix in this array. So the output will be exactly same as the input array. Okay, but let's check for another example. Example 2, we have GTA 1, GTA, and a Violent. And okay, so we notice that we have two duplicate file names, GTA and GTA. The first the first file names that we can use it, since there is no files that are using this name previously. But for the third file names, we cannot use this 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 name anymore, because it is already in use. It is already in use. Okay, so we will need to add an additional suffix into this file name to make it becomes unique. We can add one, but we notice that we already have the file is GTA 1, so we will need to add the GTA 2. Okay, and for this file name, so as is was not assigned before, so it will remain same. Okay. Okay. Well, for this problem, I think the solution is very straightforward, right? I think we only need to try to add the suffix for every file names, and then we will check if that file name is already exists or not. Okay, if it exists, so we will keep increase the suffix into one unique, and we will need to increase it one unique, and then we will keep repeating it until we have the unique file names. Okay, so for example, let's check let's check for the first problem. Let's check for the first problem. We have pass, right? And then we will try to generate the surface for it, as there is no files that use the file name is pass, so we can add 0, okay, as a suffix. And then we have FIFA is also 0, right? Is also 0. And GTA will become GTA 0, and PES 2019 will become PES 2019 and 0, right? So let's check for the second example. Okay, so the second example, okay, so we have GTA, so it will be GTA 0, right? And GTA 1, that is GTA 1 and 0, right? And for GTA, and then we check that we already have the GTA at GTA 0, So we will need to increase the unique, you need to increase the suffix into one unique, right? It will become GTA 1, and a valent will be a valent 0. And then for all 0 suffix we can eliminate it, right? If we have 0 suffix we can eliminate it, right? Okay. Okay, so I think that's all for the idea. So very straightforward. uh, so I think let's try to implement it. Okay. um, okay, so first of all let's declare the output array equal to new string, oh, string names dot length. Okay, and then uh, okay, so have a for loop. In names we have suffix is okay, suffix okay, so I think we will need to store the file name and its suffix into a hash map to for easy to get it. We have map string integer, uh, string integer, a map is new hash map. Okay, and then we can get the suffix map get or default, uh, get or default the name at -1 +1. Okay, so if the suffix is already in use we will need to increase it one unique, but if it is unused we will set default to -1 and then with +1 it will become 0, right? Okay, and then we will have the new name for the file. Because it will the new name will be name dot concat. Okay, so if suffix is 0 we append nothing, else we will append okay, we'll append the suffix, right? Okay, and then we will need to check from the map if why the map contains the new name. Okay, so we will need to increase the suffix. Okay, we will need to increase the suffix and then set the new name again, update the new name by okay, the new name equals to new name dot concat string dot format. Okay, bracket %d as suffix, right? Okay, and then finally we will need to put the name, okay, with the suffix into the hash map, and also put the new name with the suffix is 0, right? Okay, and then we will add to the okay, so let's declare a list to hold for the output array for easier to add in this while loop, in this for loop, and we will convert to the primitive string array later. Result new array list. Okay, and then we will need to add uh, if suffix is equals to 0, we will add the name, else we will add the new name, right? Okay, and finally we only need to convert the results into the string array. Less than result dot length no, dot size I plus plus, and answer at I equals to results at I. Okay, and finally return the answer. Okay, let's check. Okay, so we have wrong answer. Okay, let's say okay, good. GTA 1 and 2. Okay, let's check for a bit. Okay, so firstly suffix will be marked target only for names -1 and +1. So it is 0, right? Suffix 0, we up we append nothing to the name, and then mark it up. Okay. New name is new name. Oops, it should be the name, right? Not the new name. Okay, it looks good. Okay, so let's try to submit. Okay, accept.